Good evening. I'm really grateful for the opportunity to give this speech. This speech is going to be about two people. It's a really important debate between two people, but not so much between two people as it is about two people. And by the end of this, I hope that you'll be able to make a good decision for yourself. Now, these two men are both good men. They both have good character, good hearts, incorruptible hearts. They're just good. They can't be changed. They both fight for justice. On a daily basis, they put their lives on the line for others, and they do good. They fight for good and right. The one is a billionaire. He was born to rich parents who were killed as an infant. As a young child, his parents were killed. And he had a rough growing up and was hanging with the rough crowds and in and out of jails, and finally straightened up and turned his life around. Now the other, it's a little interesting. He actually comes from another planet. He crash-landed here as an infant and was found by some farmers who raised him and taught him some good values and good hard work. And he grew up on the farm and recognized that he had some special abilities, some powers. He realized that he's incredibly fast. He could run faster than a speeding bullet. You saw and realized that he could fly. He has superhuman strength. He has X-ray vision, and he can burn things with his eyes. And last of all, he can freeze things with his breath. It's amazing. He's got every power you could ever think of, all wrapped up into one. In fact, it's almost too much power. It's almost as though they were trying to just come up with the most amazing person and thought of every character strength that they could come up with. It's almost too much, over the top. Now you think of the other man that I was talking about, whose parents were killed. Now that was Batman. And if you couldn't guess, the other guy is Superman. Now Batman has no superpowers. He only has his body, his mind, and his resources. Batman's a genius. He has an extreme intellect. He's, like I said, a billionaire, so he has limitless resources. And he has an amazing utility belt with any gadget you could ever want, which is pretty cool. Now, Superman doesn't have any training. Superman found his abilities and was given his abilities by luck and stumbled into them. He has no training. Nobody can stop him because he has superhuman strength. He just shows up and no one can stop him. Now, Batman trains constantly. He works out, does push-ups. Superman probably never does a push-up in his life. Doesn't need to. He works out, he studies, he researches his opponents. He's got to learn their strengths and their weaknesses so he knows how to fight them and how to approach his opponents. Now Superman's got a huge character flaw. If you get one little green rock called kryptonite, he's powerless. All of his powers go away. Kind of a big character flaw for a superhero. Now Batman, on the other hand, has one weakness, which is actually a strength. As a child, he had a traumatic experience with bats, which left him afraid of bats for the rest of his life. But, as I said, he was in and out of jail, and he was picked up by some guys that taught him how to face his fears. And essentially, he trained as a ninja, and they taught him how to face his fears and channel his fears to his advantage. Now, his fear is his strength. Now, he uses his fear in his opponents. He uses the bat symbol, his bat suit. He's practically invisible, and he uses stealth. He uses theatricality and deception to scare and to confuse his opponents. Now, he is the Dark Knight. Now, in conclusion, Superman's cool, and he's got a lot of cool abilities. But Batman works harder, he works smarter, he has combat skills, and if he had a little green kryptonite rock, he could beat Superman any day. Now you're probably wondering why the Superman shirt if I'm cheering for Batman. Well, I'm just playing devil's advocate. Batman is the way to go. Thank you.